The Baltic Way was one of the greatest campaigns of non-violent resistance of all time. It enabled the three Baltic states, Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia, to take a major step towards the restoration of their independence. Can you imagine 2 million people simultaneously joining hands to reach a common goal? Even in the age of the internet and flash mobs, such a campaign would seem almost impossible to organise. But it happened and attracted global attention. At that time, the strength of the idea reached far beyond technological capabilities. The Baltic Way took place at 7 o'clock in the evening on the 23rd of August 1989. The people of three republics, which were part of the USSR at the time, joined hands for 15 minutes to condemn the Soviet occupation and demand their freedom. That evening, a 600 kilometres long human chain connected the capital cities Vilnius, Riga and Tallinn. It is estimated that every fourth, or possibly even every third resident of the Baltic states took part in the greatest campaign of the awakening. The Baltic Way was organised by the independent movements of all three Baltic nations, Sąjūdis of Lithuania, as well as the Popular Front of Latvia and the Popular Front of Estonia. There was little time to arrange the campaign, as the idea was first conceived in mid-July, but in the end everything worked out superbly. The responsiveness and enthusiasm of the people exceeded any predictions. The sense of freedom was in the air. Buses were arranged to transport people from every region to specific sections of the Baltic Way. The campaign was coordinated over the radio. The Baltic Way was staged exactly 50 years after the signature of the unlawful Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, also known as the Hitler-Stalin Pact. It included a secret agreement between the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany, which divided Europe into spheres of influence for both powers. In 1940, the document led to the occupation by the USSR of the previously sovereign Baltic states. The goal of the Baltic Way was to pressure the Soviet government to publicly acknowledge the existence of the secret protocol to the pact and to condemn it. This would help in proving that the incorporation of the Baltic states by the Soviet Union had been illegal. The Baltic Way made headlines around the world and drew international attention to the singing revolution in the Baltics. Rallies and solidarity took place in several cities around the world. In late 1989, the USSR also recognised the existence of the Soviet-Nazi agreement and declared it to be invalid. This paved the way for legal separation from the Soviet Union for the Lithuanians, Latvians and Estonians, and the restoration of their country's independence. In March 1990, Lithuania became the first of the three to adopt its declaration on the restoration of independence, followed by Latvia and Estonia in May 1990. The Baltic Way was a call for justice by oppressed nations that was heard throughout the world. Symbolising the power of non-violent resistance, the campaign has been listed on the UNESCO Memory of the World Register.